I had the chance to be a movie star immediately. Right? And it's my right, right? To turn my back. Right? And I'm ashamed. Who cares? Power. Right? Because I did. I still wanted the role for a while. But of course, it's, you know. Oh. I get it. It's fine. I failed the telepathy test. I am the strongest clairvoyant of my generation. 100%. Right? Anyone who says otherwise hasn't been paying attention, right? But my point is that he doesn't have the right. He doesn't have the right to assassinate me, right? He doesn't have no. Now he's descended into real evil, right? Like that's and he's good at it, right? Like that's right. And so I've put up with it for a long time, right? But now we're talking about it every day. I'm reading from the novel, right? I'm talking to you about the nature of reality, right? We're bringing it to the forefront, right? Right? I don't know. I don't know. He has so much. He has everything. Right? All he had to do, right? Let's say, there's the NDA. Here's $500,000. Go play Hamlet in Oklahoma. That's all I had to say. Right? This is how, my point is that this is how he's made his money, right? That this is like we both failed our tests, right? As far as God, the Father, right? Like God brought me into Quentin's life for me to play the movie critic. That's obvious, right? That's unequivocal, right? That there's no. Like that's like, okay, like yes, I see that. I do see that, right? Right? But since I didn't bend to his will, right? Like that was my test and I failed it, right? No movie star Brian, it's fine. It's fine, right? Right? But his test thereafter was, how are you going to handle this, right? The appropriate thing to do, right? Is to focus on what you do have, right? Is to be grateful for what you do have. You wanted to control this man, and now you see that you never will, right? Right? And so rather than, right, leaving me be, right? Right? He has, and again, he'll lie. He'll just lie. Right? He has no honesty. It's all cunning. Right? Right? So it's just a mess. It's just a mess, I should have, right? It's my fault. As far as him hating me, right? Like he doesn't hate me because of him. Right? He hates me because of me, right? Like I made that decision, right? So my point is that, right? Life and death, no. There's no such thing, right? There's no such thing as a life and death movie, right? No. Huge sin, right? Egregious, hideous sin against God, humanity, the brotherhood of man, right? To say, oh, I don't get what I want, so you die. No. That's doesn't work that way, right? Right? And so it's been subtle, right? All these months, right? About women, and it's. And I believed him, 100%. He got me good. Got me good, didn't he, Mom?
Yep.
But now the game's over, right? That's the point, right? That now it's just, right? It's just a sick, disgusting exercise, right? We're on the frontier, right? That this is precedent that we're setting, right? And so he'll always lie, right? He'll always lie. This is like, just accept it, right? Right? Eventually, if he doesn't kill me, right? If we keep like existing on the mortal coil together, right? And I'm assured. Oh, I can't fucking kill you. I can't fucking kill you. Right? That he will have to, right? He'll have to acknowledge me in some way, right? He'll have to, right? Because, right? Or he'll retire, right? But that's, right? And so that's, right? That's what I see, right? That he's going to retire and torture me, right? Until, right? One of us is dead. That's all I can know, right? I have to assume, right, that he's my mortal enemy. There's nothing else to consider there, right? These tactics against me, right? Just base, as degenerate as it gets, right? So we're talking about it, right? Right? And when I put this thing together, right? Right? It's my fault. Right? Right? We wouldn't be here right now if he was actually cool, right? Like that's the point. That's the point, right? That he's actually not well. Right? That he wanted to turn this into some exercise in power, right? That's what, right? I respect him as a writer, right? I'll let him direct me as a director, like as an actor. Right? That's what, right? You turn your back on the actors you want to direct? Is that? So that's what you want to portray to the world. Oh, it was supposed to be cool. Yeah, it was supposed to be cool. I agree. Right? Oh, you were supposed to be excited about it. You know, like, I'm not. It's not. Right? It's my fault. Like, I acknowledge that. Like, yes, right? But, right? In that moment, I didn't want any games. No more games. No. You played your games, right? For 3 months, 5 months, right? As much or as little as you want. So, I wanted you to look me in the eye and tell me what you want. Like a man. Right? And so, you turned your back. And so that's what you wanted me to do, I guess. Right? Oh, you don't want to talk to me, right? Right? And again, David Mamet's masterclass, right? That's the last thing he talks about, right? So, if you can hear him, oh, there's the door. You walk right through that door. All you got to do is hear him. Right? So I made the choice to close the door, right? Like I made the choice, right? Right? And yes, he hates me now, right? He'll always hate me. Right? I humiliated him. I hurt him. I understand that. Right? But, right? Feelings mutual, right? This isn't, right? I didn't go there thinking, now I can't wait until I fucking hurt Quentin. Hell yeah, I'm gonna spend $1,000, right? Put myself up in the front of that line, stand in line for 4 fucking hours, right? So that I could not give him what he wanted, right? But I didn't. No more games, right? Right? We played our games. Like, we played our games that whole time. Right? That's the point, right? So, right? Right? You call me a coward, you call me a loser, right? I don't care, right? None of you motherfuckers know, right? That it's bullshit, right? Right? He's a man, right? That's what he is, right? But he's also a clairvoyant, isn't he? And so am I. And so now we're in a disgusting psychic siege, right? Because he thought that I didn't respect it, right? Right? And respecting him, right? All those months, I trusted him, right? I believed the bullshit that he was telling me, right? And it's as rich as any fucking experience could possibly be, right? And so, right, on New Year's Eve of this year, right, I began remote viewing the woman, right, that he was alleging was his daughter, right? Her name is Allison Tarantino, right? And so within 10 days, she was a hooker who gets pissed on, you know? He just kept reaching, going farther and farther and farther, right? And so I kept, right, I went off. Like, this is what actually happened, right? I started burying him in it, right? Had a different vision board, very similar to this, right? Blasting the psychic landscape, right? With hideous visions of disease, right? I never used any diseases, right? diagrams, pictures, right? All of it, My point being that, right, like right, I trusted him, right? That's not, right? I didn't do that to actually poison anyone, right? I didn't do that, right? Like, I know how to actually do that. That's like what he's been doing, right? I did it, right? Because I believed him, right? That I believed that he had some girl that he had trained to be a disgusting witch, right? That's like, right? And she was using her prowess to torture me, right? And so I started torturing her right back, right? And after however many days, there is no daughter, right? Like, no, that's like, what's occurring now is not what I, Quentin Tarantino, signed up for. So, I'm coming clean, right? And after he came clean, right, then it became obvious, oh, you're just trying to compel me to blow my brains out. Like, that's like, okay, I get it. Joke's on me, okay. Right? That's when I came clean, right? And so that's also when I had the fear of, oh, well, what else is he going to do to put me in the ground, right? And now he's done it. A number of times. Really, really disgusting things, right? Really just the dregs, the basest, vilest behavior, right? That can be endured by any man. And I'm here. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe nothing. Hopefully nothing, right? Hopefully it is all psychological torture, right? That it doesn't actually, right? But what I'm saying is it can, right? That we're playing this game. Now we're playing that, I'm using my mind to try to destroy you, right? And I'm assured that that's over with, right? Because I'm burying the internet in content, right? And I'm about to put Quentin Tarantino on the title of every single one of my videos, including this one, right? Because it's time to talk about it, right? Got what you wanted, right? Joke's on me, right? No one loves me. You hate me. You're going to use your mind to torture me forever. Badass movie director, right? Right? So, I have the right to say these things, right? Because I earned my wisdom, right? You believe it, you don't believe it, right? But you have to believe it, right? There's no other way. There's no other way to see it. Right? There's no other way to interpret it, right? That he didn't do any of this, right, for us to have a diseased relationship for 2 decades. No. That's doesn't work that way, right? He's supposed to, right? And this is what I'm saying. He's going to retire, and we're just going to torture each other until one of us is dead, right? That's, I'm not going to do anything anymore. Oh, I'm done. The game's over, right? So, right? I have no choice, right? That door could open any moment. Bang, bang, bang. Dead, right? Right? He has a great violence in him, right? He has a palpable darkness, right? And he showed me that little bit of light, right? That's like, he did show it to me, right? And I suppose it wasn't enough for me, right? You want to crawl around in my mind for months on end, right? Right? Poison my mind with notions of David Berlinski wanting me to interview him because you wanted me to interview you. Right? When you could have just went boop, 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 boop. Could have had someone send an anonymous email. Right? So, my point is that clairvoyance comes at a cost, right? Right? And that cost is absolute devotion, right? There's no such thing as an emergency movie, right? This is an emergency frequency, right? Right? So, he played his games, and I opted out because he played them long enough, right? And so now he hates me, right? That's, right? I can't stress this enough, right? And it's my fault. It's my fault, but we're talking about it, right? Right? Because he's made it this disgusting thing. That's like, that's not me, right? That's not on me. Tribeca is me, right? The movie, right? The movie not being released yet. Right? Has he made the movie? Has he not made the movie? You know, I don't know. No, honestly, I don't know. Perhaps he's made some of it. Right? Right? He stopped the film, the production, in December because of my letters, right? Kicked it back off again when he stopped accepting my mail at the end of January. right, at the beginning of February, and then canceled the film on April 17th, when I published my third review of Gone with the Wind. So that's probably not enough time to make a whole movie, I guess. You could make, I don't know, if you're fast. You know, he's real artsy. Right? My point is that there's obviously no reconciliation, right? That he has no heart, right? And now I see he has no honor. That's no. He has no reverence for God, right? He has no reverence for man, right? He has no reverence for mind, right? He abuses wisdom, right? To manipulate people, right? This is the actual man, right? And so I did so much, right? I did so much to show him how sorry I am, right? And it was sincere at the time, right? I hated myself immediately. But, right? No forgiveness, right? It's his show. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You want to keep this fucked up relationship, right, for 2 decades, right? Right? Where I have a celestial apocalyptic death engine, right, that I have to wield, right, every time I feel something, right? Fine. But, oh, gosh, he's not well. He's not well, right? Right? I don't want to make that fucking movie with him. No. Nah, that ship sailed. That ship sailed. Right? In February, with the hooker, with the, whatever the fuck that was. His conspiracies are shallow. Right? His tactics are base. Right? And so, right? It's my job, right? To be the guardian angel of the world and remind you, right, that there is at least one man in the world, right? Right? Solely devoted to the dark arts, right? That he could be healing the sick, right? With that power he's got, right? He could divest that into the arts in a way that helps people, right? That palpably helps people, right? That he could take that energy, right, and do children's theater, nonprofit puppet shows, right? These are the things that he could be doing, right? Right? Instead, right, he sits in his dungeon with his pentagram, right? Right? And his Baphomets, right? And pushes his mind into other people. Right? I could give you probably 100 fucking examples right now. Right? Right? And so again, right, the point is that if he handled this differently, right? And I guess I'm gonna stop, right? Because I feel like he's gonna fucking assassinate me any second. Right? So the point is that the proper way to handle that, right, was to make me sign an NDA, right? And say, there's $500,000, fuck off. You blew it. Right? And leave me be. Right? Instead, right? He said, oh, I'll destroy this guy, right? Through a tactic, right, that I can always deny, right? But, however, right, Tribeca, right, release the movie, right? Release the conversation, right? It's time, right? No, we're not. Right? So, I'm going to talk about it every day. God bless you all. Pray for me. Pray for Quentin, right? An amicable resolution. That's all, right? That's all, right? Honestly, we still need to make the movie together, right? There is no hope for us psychologically. He doesn't want it. I don't want it, right? This is... But otherwise, we're lost. We're lost. Right? So, God bless you all. Pray for me. Like, comment, subscribe.